we're back.
Hi, friends.
Yay! Welcome to KPIC. We are doing yet another Prism View into, and today we are going to be Prism viewing into Stray Kids.
AKA the
Stray
Wondering
Kids,
Ones.
aka the Wondering Ones. Stray Kids everywhere, all around the world. These are my boys. These are my boys. They are what got me into K-pop. Well, they solidified me in K-pop. Let me say that. They solidified me into K-pop. Oh, I'm so excited. But however, Prism View examines a group, artist, or core idea in K-pop through multiple lenses: music, color, culture, performance, fandom, and legacy, tracking their journey from debut DNA to present day. Just like light through a prism, one subject becomes many truths. This is not a ranking. This is not a reaction. This is context, care, and cultural literacy. Yay! Thank you guys for joining us.
Hi, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for always coming back. I'm super excited. Like, y'all don't understand. The Wondering Ones have been stressing me out.
I
Like,
love the fact that you call them the wandering ones.
listen to
That's the
me when
most
I.
one of the more original ones I've heard because I hear like the lost orphans,
Mm-mm.
the orphan boys, all that stuff. The wandering ones, love that.
Listen, they got me out here trying to follow them. And I'm just like, I want to stay away from you guys. I've been fighting this feeling for a very long time. Chan is like Peter Pan. Like he literally calls you into the lost world. It's such, but we're gonna get into that.
But
Okay.
you know what? That's a great parallel between Bang Chan and Peter Pan. You know,
Yeah.
he definitely chose his Lost Boys for sure. And
Yeah.
without the Lost Boys, he wouldn't be able to be the Peter Pan that he is. I actually love
Correct.
that tie. I love a good Disney tie.
Girl,
Ah,
I'm a Disney kid. I have
I
one for almost
am too.
everybody.
Her. I love that. Okay, so starting off, we're gonna ask the question we always ask.
hmm
Why them? Why Stray Kids? Why do we feel that they are so important to the K-pop industry? Why do we feel that they are taking off as much as they are? They are one of the most highly decorated groups in K-pop right now, especially for JYP, but in K-pop in general. Why Stray Kids? In just your personal opinion, no facts, no big market research, just as a K-pop fan, why Stray Kids?
They're disruptors. And the time when they came out, it was very, you had like two sides of K-pop boy bands. We had a very clean cut version of a boy band, or we had very soft bubblegum, and they came in, we're like, we're neither. We are going to wreck y'all shit, period. Like, and we don't care if you like it, we're still gonna come over if you invite us or not. We're going to be as loud as we want to be. And we needed that. It really allowed other artists, even if they were doing the work already behind the scenes, to be unapologetically themselves and their
Mm,
sound and experiment. And I really appreciate that about them because it takes a lot to be the first
mm.
and do it so boldly and don't care if they're going to be liked or not.
I love that. I love that. Um, why Stray Kids for me? It's the chaos of it all. It's exactly what you said, them being disruptive. There's something so groundbreaking about disruption.
hmm
You don't really solidify a lot of things until you start shaking things up and moving things around. It's kind of like I used to work at this job and we would have these meetings and we would choose these meetings to refine things in the office. And my boss would always say, okay, we're going to take one thing out of the whirlwind, tweak it, put it back into the whirlwind. And the whirlwind is literally everyday life. And we're going to take something out of the whirlwind, tweak it, fix it, put it back in, and then allow the whirlwind to work more smoothly, but it's still a whirlwind. K- K-pop. Stray Kids is a whirlwind. They are
Right.
disrupting so many things, but every comeback, every mixtape, every performance, they are taking something out of their whirlwind, tweaking it, throwing it back in there, and the whirlwind is still there. It's still chaotic. It's in your face. It's loud, but it gets more refined with time. And that is saying something about chaos in itself, noise in itself. that it doesn't have to be something that is absolutely all over the place with no drive, no ambition, no path forward, um no real purpose, because you
Right.
hear chaos and it's like, it's just there causing trouble. It's not going to result in anything. Um, it's not going to result in anything. I am blanking on the word that I'm thinking of, but it's not going to result in anything beneficial. It's not going to
Tangible.
result in
Yeah.
anything beneficial. Not Stray Kids though. Everything they do in their whirlwind as Stray Kids results in something beneficial, and that's also going to be freeing for other groups that want to come after them, that want to be chaotic, that want to make noise, that want to be disruptive in their own way. You're
Hmm.
not going to be a one hit wonder. You're not going to last 7 years and be like, you're done. Stray Kids ain't even done most of the stuff that they're going to do yet. They haven't even accomplished most of the things that they're going to accomplish yet in their whirlwind, in their chaos, in their disruption. So yeah, they definitely are making a staple in the K-pop industry and shaking things up and going to be free, freeing for a lot of groups that come after them that want to do
Right.
that sort of thing. Oh, I love
I
that.
agree.
I have a question though. What was your first real Stray Kids moment that made you go, yeah, I like them. This group is for me.
You're not gonna get me on tape saying this group is for me because I'm still just an ally.
That's what y'all keep
don't
saying about me.
don't slide that
That's what
into
I.
there. Um,
No, no,
but
no.
no, 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 no. I just visit Stayville occasionally.
Oh,
Um,
not you
but
got a
if
vacation house in Sayville. That's
girl,
crazy.
it's so nice too. It's really nice. It's between Han and Lino. Like if you know, you know. Like, but if I'm being honest and if I'm being really real,
Hmm.
it was when we did our spotlight in color into their kingdom stages that really
Mm.
put my eyes on them for the first time. And I entered it unbiased and I just blocked it off and I just watched them as performers. And I was like, you want to know what? You guys aren't what everyone has been saying. Because
Mm.
when it comes to the kids, there's one or the other. The stays love them and ride hard for them, and everybody else says it's garbage noise. And I'm like, I'm not in love with them, but because of who I am and how I love music, I know it's not just noise. It's noise, but it's organized noise. And there's a reason for the way that they approach music and watching their stages, doing that deep dive for our lives really brought me to like, okay, you're more than Chick Chick Boom and God's menu. Like there is something here, and I want to see more.
I love that. Also, God's New Year and Chick Chick Boom are everything.
But you know what? A lot of the times, because I'm just a supporter of good art, I follow everybody's comeback. I want to know
Yeah,
what you're doing in the scene, but it
right.
takes a lot for me to step back and like really watch your content, dive
Yeah,
into your discography, and just to make my own opinion without everybody else's crap
right.
throwing their opinions at me. So yeah,
I love
K-pop in
that.
color got me.
Thank you for K-pop in color.
Thank you.
um, I have to say that as well. Just to get off topic for just a moment. If it wasn't for K-pop in color, I would not be deep diving into some of these groups or artists the way I am. I love music. I probably would have ran across them at some point because when I like something, I put the extra effort in to know it as intimately as
Hmm.
possible. But K-pop in color has definitely sped that up. So I'm definitely grateful for that. My first real Stray Kids moment, it had to have been when I was deep diving into their stuff. So when I became a Stray Kids fan, I came in during the Chick Chick Boom era. And then I was like, oh, I really like this. And then I kept digging and listening to a couple other songs. And I was like, oh, yeah, I really like them. Heck yeah, I'm going to get into their music. And so I started at their most recent album at that time. which I want to
Mhm.
say was the Hop mixtape was the most recent one with Bounce Back, Walking on Water. Like I came in during
Mhm.
that era, and then I worked my way backwards to their older stuff, which is different than the way I normally do it. I normally start at the beginning and go back, but with Stray Kids, I started from where I was currently and worked my way backwards. And I came across the Five Star album, which to me is a no skip album. It's their best body of work, in my opinion. Five Star is. And I was in the shower listening to the album, and I came across a song, and the first 10 seconds of the song, I literally was like, who the heck is that?
Mm.
And I turned and I like took my hand out the shower, grabbed my phone, and was looking, and I saw the song, and I was like, "Oh my God, who wrote this?" Like I didn't even care whose part it was. I was like, "Who wrote this?" Because it was
Mhm.
like one of the most beautiful songs I'd ever heard, and the composition, the arrangement, the tone of the song as well, the beat choices, the instrumental style was just so fresh. I felt like I hadn't
Right.
heard something like that in so long. It was just beautiful. And I went to see who wrote it, and it was Han. And I was like, and at this point, I had already peaked that Han Ji Sung might be my bias. But when I saw that he wrote that song, I was like, oh yeah, you're it for me, and this group is it for me. And I at that point I still didn't really have a huge knowledge on Three Racha. I didn't really even
Mhm.
know that they were producing and writing their music like that. But I knew that song was Hans. It was Collision. Till this
Mm.
day, Collision is a top 10 K-pop song for me, period. And it's one of their the best ballads they have. They have a lot of really good ballads, but that to me is one of their best. I wish they did more songs like Collision, and honestly, I wish Collision would have got a music video. I ride so hard for Collision, but that was the song that kept me in K-pop, if I'm being 100% honest. Because at
It's
first I
so
was just listening,
beautiful.
and I was like,
It's
oh,
so
I love
beautiful.
this. And the other thing is because they make such house noise music, that was the most non-house noise music song I had heard from where I started to working my way backwards. And then I got to like Beautiful and stuff like that. But Collision was like literally awakening for me. So that was my
Right.
first real Stray Kids moment where I was like, it's y'all for me. I'm gonna be a Stray Kids fan for the rest of my life, simply based off this song. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now, because of your allyship with the Wandering Ones, aka Stray Kids, did they have to grow on you once you started listening to their music, or did it just click once you did the Kingdom videos? Because I will say, when I was watching the Kingdom videos, it definitely reinforced how good I felt they were. Because sometimes you can really love something and think, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, but it's coming
Mhm.
from just your own emotional tie and your perspective of it. But then when I watched the Kingdom stages and the Kingdom performances, I was like, oh no, there's no denying that this is one of the best K-pop groups out there. Period. Like it reinforced that for me. So did they grow on you or did it click when you watched Kingdom? Like how did you go about that with them?
Baby, they pulled me down a rabbit hole. I was still fighting them because to me, watching the Kingdom stages, they are stage killers, and I love
Yes,
me a
they
good
are.
performance. Baby, I could hate your whole discography, but if you get on that stage,
Yeah.
give me a ticket. But because they are so good on their stages, I was like, I need to hear more. I don't want to just hear the songs that they put on the stages because some of the
Mm.
songs that the song I honestly believe, and we say this a lot, true artistry lies in the B sides. And
Yes,
if
it
your
does.
stages and your comeback songs and your singles sound like that, what's on the dark
What are
side
your
of the moon,
B-sides?
baby?
Yeah.
And that, like, for
Turn the
real,
disc
like,
over.
come on now, because and that's what pulled me down. Like, if they weren't so good on stage, I would have been like, you know what? I respect what y'all doing, but I'm too old for this chaos music. I'm,
I
I'm
love
sorry, I'm
it.
too old for it, and I don't care why you're making it. I don't want it. But it really called me down the rabbit hole.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Um, because they make such noise, chaotic, rah rah in your face music, which is so tasteful and very much organized and orchestrated in such a magnificent way. Shout out to Three Racha. Um,
Yeah.
I have another colorful question before we get into our more colorful segment of our Prism View, which is our favorite.
Okay.
Um, if you could give your emotion a color, hearing Stray Kids, what color would you give your emotion from hearing Stray Kids?
Girl.
I know. I just had the thought when I was
Oh
when I
my
was
God.
thinking. I can give my person if it makes you feel better.
Go ahead, because now I'm like, what would it be?
I
Go
know.
ahead.
So mine would
Ooh.
be cobalt blue.
Why cobalt blue?
Electrifying. Yeah, very electrifying, bright. It makes me think of like oh, what's the movie I'm thinking of? A Goofy movie with Powerline. Like a
Mm.
cobalt blue lightning bolt is kind of the reaction and the feeling I get when I think of Stray Kids and I'm listening to their music. It makes me feel powerful, but also free. Like I'm
You know
settled in who
what?
I am, but baby, I'm dancing in the streets like it's nobody's business and I'm dancing like nobody's watching. It's the power and freedom that they give me when I'm listening to their different music that I think is really what that's how I could best describe the color, emotion, feeling that I'm getting from them.
Listen to me when I say, and you know, sometimes my colors aren't on anybody's color wheel. This is between
And
me and God.
listen, I love a KPIC exclusive color brought to you by Kasha. I love it.
And it is like atomic white. So after a bomb is dropped, it's all red, but then you know that white
Yes,
aura that
that
you get
bright,
after it?
yes, that bright flash of white. Oh, I love that.
That
Now,
is me
why?
and the freaking wondering ones. Because I'm gonna keep saying I am old, right? But listening to
Kasha,
their
please.
stuff, it gives me like a burst of energy because I live in the house with a full-fledged stay, ride or die.
Hmm.
Like my son loves these people and he will fight tooth and nail with me. We're arguing over whose music's gonna be playing while we're cleaning up our house. And he's like, if it's them or nothing. Do you want me to clean up? So
Do you want me to get the job done or not? Well, then I need
yeah, like
motivation.
so we're
The boys
I
on.
got it. I get the
The boys
first choice
on.
on the playlist. So it really gives me a burst of energy to get through. And then when I got into the B side, I was like, you might got something. You guys might just have a permanent ally in me. I'm gonna pay my property tax over there so I can
Period.
continue to visit.
Period. I love that. Oh, I love that. Yay. Well, that was our warm up. Now we can get into our favorite segment. Our
Oh
favorite
Jesus.
segment. If you could give the members of Stray Kids a color, what color
Mm-hmm.
would you give the members of Stray Kids and why?
Jesus. I love this
Would you
segment
like me
of
to start
ours.
off?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead because you know it can get real hectic for me when it comes to
Okay,
these colors.
I know the last time we did a Prism View, I said I was going to do it in age order, and I didn't. I really did do it in age order this time. I
I don't
swear.
even know how old these people are. So I'll you go and then I'll find the person on my list and we'll talk, okay?
Okay, starting off with our leader, the absolutely amazing Bang Chan. What color would you give Mr. Christopher Bang Chan, aka Mr. Only Chan?
For
Yeah.
that in itself, for creating Olin Chance, I wanted to give him green. Because you are such a green flag. Like Olin Chance, when I say I be waiting on the updates from the Only Chan girls,
No.
but because I this is a serious segment, I'm gonna give him Midnight Chill. It's
Ooh.
the energy of his leadership for me that
Yeah.
gets the midnight part, but Till also is a very like grown and grounded color. Because in my
Mm.
head, also in another life, I was like an interior designer. So like I look at colors very different. And when you see teal in someone's space, they are grounded. It's an
Mm.
anchor. They are self-aware. Because you just don't throw teal in your house, baby. You got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's also, it can lean moody and sophisticated, and sometimes he gives that balance for me.
Mm.
And then also, he's real dad energy. Like he don't play about them
He
kids.
don't play by his kids.
He do not play about those kids, and I'm just like, this
Mm-mm.
just works. It works.
I love that's
Midnight Tail.
beautiful. I love that for him. You know me, I give basic colors. Everybody gets the same color wheel when it comes to me. Except I did throw a wrench in there. So
There's
somebody did get a color I
10
haven't done
billion
before.
colors in the universe.
And I have to keep us grounded, so I give the basic one.
Okay.
For Feng Chen, I gave him yellow, and I gave him yellow specifically based
Ooh.
off of his smile. He has the warmest disposition. I'm sorry, compliment
Mhm.
disposition about him. Um, and he's got the most beautiful smile. His smile takes up his entire face, and when it comes to his character, some
Mhm.
he's I think of the Bible quote, "Love is patient, love is kind."
Oh my
A lot of times
god.
when I think about Fang Chen, because of what he has to deal with as a leader within the group, outside of the group, working, writing, producing, protecting, caring, and then all the backlash that he receives from inside his own fandom, outside the fandom, in the world, with people telling them what they can and can't do, what they should and should not do, what they know is all up in them kids' business. Um,
Mhm.
he's very patient. He's very kind. He does not envy. And when I think of that, I think of something really bright, really shining, really beautiful. So for me, he gets the color yellow.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
The Bible?
I
Okay
am
now.
sincerely,
Okay
listen,
now.
I'm sincerely gonna hate when this is aired because I really do be on his neck and I give him such a hard time in a playful manner. When the Seckies and my followers and my friends see that I gave him that kind of description, I'm never gonna hear it down. But I'm a professional. I know how to put my sillies to the side. But yes, Pang Chan gets a actual compliment from me on KPIC. That's it though. That's it. I gotta go back to being who I am after this. I gotta go back. Next, my boy Lino. Lino, aka Mr. Leonardo DiNozius. I gave him that name after Leonardo DiCaprio because he does not miss. He ages like fine wine. He just gets better with time. Yes, God. What color did you give Lino?
Hi, my sweet gentle sir. Before we get into Leno, I just have to apologize to him because from the first time I seen this man on stage with red lights and all the things, I said I was a Han girl. I said, where do I sign up to be a member of your harem? Like, I need you real bad. I want to be her. Then I got to know this man, and he is my ultimate bias in the freaking Wondering Ones, the kids of the Wonder. When I
Yeah.
say I love him so bad, and I think it's because I have a thing for dry humor, slightly chaoticness, and
Yes.
grandpa energy. Lino,
Hmm.
sir, what's up? but but back to work. I gave him ice blue. He's so cool,
Ooh, he's so
controlled,
chill with it.
clean. Again, dry humor, slightly chaotic. That's like if you look through my bias line, you fit in, homeboy. What's up? I
Yeah,
did not know this before until I started watching stuff.
yeah.
And then also, when he dances, it feels kind of like surgical, like so
Mm.
precise. I I like this man real
That's
bad.
a beautiful definition of the way he dances. It's surgical. He's a doctor with it.
Exactly, PhD. He don't went through all the rounds, all
Yeah.
of them. Um, what's
Also, him being a former backup dancer for your favorite group as well helps
listen?
because he was a backup dancer for BTS
Oh,
before he went
I
and debuted.
listen. I find that I say this is why I like you so much. good. What's up?
Yeah,
Like
it's that's a tie.
I love Luna. Like I am so grateful to be able to dive into groups and get to know them more than surface level. Because if we have not done this, I wouldn't know who this man was like that.
Hmm.
Hi, Luna. What's up,
I
Grandpa?
love him. What's up, Grandpa? You know me. I like I said, I give my basic colors. So I always, and now that we've been doing this, I get
Mhm.
really excited for this one color because I only give this color to certain people. Lino for me is red. He's my red out the group. He is passionate, fiery, draws attention,
Mhm.
literally takes up space in a room. Ah, just he, and also he can be very, very sexy. He's normally a chill guy, chill guy, chill guy. But baby, let me tell you something. When it's time for Lino to get in front of a camera, get on somebody's stage,
He turns
any
it
of the
on.
above, he can turn it on and turn it out. Do you hear me?
Mhm.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
I
And he
agree.
commands attention. You are looking at Lino. Recently with their karma comeback, I want to say, because baby, we had two comebacks back to back, so I get a little mixed up with which ones I'm
Mhm.
talking about. So when he had that straight blonde hair, I was having to reevaluate a lot of things because I was like, wait, who is this man? That cannot be the same Leonardo Gennozzi as I know. Because he took it up like 10 notches. I should have got an email. I'm finna rock your world. Be prepared. I got nothing. No warning, no nothing.
Flash warning. It may cause disturbance.
Yes, 100%. Love it. So, yeah, he is red. He is fire. He is pulling attention. He is taking up a room. He
Mm,
is red for me. 100%.
that's so funny.
All
I
right,
like that
next.
though. Opposite, but it works. The descriptions work.
The description. The description.
Mhm.
All right, next we've got my boy. We've got my boy, my other bias, Changbin. Big boy Benny. What color did you give Benny?
You want to know what? I gave him red, but molten crimson.
I can so see that. I can so see that. I am 100% in agreement. Yes.
It's the depth of the heat. This man
Mm.
is like surprisingly. I thought he was gonna be kind of like closed off. I don't know where I got this from. Maybe it's just like watching them in passing.
Yeah,
But
I
he
can
is so
understand that.
soft. And like
Hmm.
when I watched the two kids room that you sent
Hmm.
over, I was like, he is so loyal. Like
He's so loyal.
he is so loyal and he is funny in a way that is surprising. I'm just like, did you crack a joke? What the
Benny.
like, oh my God. Like and it's so like his personality to me is kind of like focused too, but also intense. I just don't know about this man. But I molten crisp. Like that's him. Like it's
I love that.
I like him too. Like I'm kind of confused right now about the
I
Wonder
know.
Boys.
It's okay. It's all
Like
right.
y'all personality about to make me get a season's pass, not just a
You
visitor's
might as
ticket.
well. You might as
It's the
well.
personalities
I'm a
though. Go
permanent
ahead.
resident. You can just come stay with me.
Okay.
You can stay with me. For my sweet, sweet, sweet Chongben Benny, I gave him pink, which is my favorite color to give out because it's my favorite color. Which is funny because his skazoo is Dwecky and or yes, Dwecky and Dwecky is pink. So I was like, oh, but I didn't do that intentionally. It just worked out. Um, love, compassion,
Mm-hmm.
nurturing, sweet, kind, friendly. That is Changbin. Changbin is one of the safest souls I've ever seen.
Mm,
The way his members rely on him, the way they look to him for his leadership, the way they rely on him as a brother, um, the way he keeps them grounded. He is the grounding force in the group, if I'm being 100% honest,
yeah.
because he is on both sides. He's in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of everybody's business, making sure everybody is doing what they need to do. He has such beautiful leadership qualities. I wouldn't just say strong or direct or stoic. He has beautiful leadership qualities. And also, he is so baby girl. And I mean that in most wonderful way possible because he's so strong, but he's also so soft, and he is to be loved.
Yeah.
To you, I'm telling you right now, if you say you don't love Benny, I don't trust you. If you say
No,
you
you
don't like
are a
Benny, I
liar,
don't
and the
trust
truth
you.
isn't in you.
I don't
No,
trust you.
mm-mm.
There's no way. And the way he is with other girl groups, he is so fun and friendly, and he is one of those dancers and guys that does not try to over masculine a girl dance. He gonna get in there, he gonna throw that hip. He gonna do it. He's doing all the moves because he's so confident in who he is, he can do it. And he's not worried. He's not swayed. It ain't no question about Benny. Benny is just Benny.
Yeah.
I love everything about him. It's so pink. It's beautiful. It's pretty. It's warm. It's nurturing. It's compassionate. That is Chang Bin for me. Yes,
Oh, that's
absolutely.
so
I love him
cute.
so much. I do. And also, he was my bias wrecker. It was Han as my bias, Benny as my bias wrecker. I went to the Stray Kids Dominate World Tour in
Hmm.
Orlando, and when I tell you, he was made for the stage. He was made for it. I could not take my eyes off of him. He was so electrifying to watch that I literally walked out of there and I was like, you do not deserve to be a record. You deserve to be up there with Han. Get up there. Get up there.
Mm.
So now Han and Benny are both my biases, but that happened after I watched him on stage. If we did anything else right, making him an idol was the right decision. 100%. He deserves to be up there. I love them so much. All right,
That's
next
so
we've got
beautiful.
Hyunjin. Hyunjin, what color did you give Hyunjin?
This man is opal to me. I have said since I seen him in that
Wait,
freaking
wait, 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 wait,
movie,
wait. Can you say that again? I want to get that one more time. He's
opal. No,
absolutely
not just
purple,
one color. Layered shimmer
beautiful.
and shine.
That, my God, you are killing these colors. I
Listen
love
to
it.
me. Listen to me when I say this man had me buy the shirt, necklace, everything when I watched that movie in the theaters.
Hmm.
I said, Kasha, if you were a simple girl and was just caught up by the aura and swag of a man, this one right here would have you. He is so freaking fluid. It
Hmm.
scares me. He reminds me of Jimin of BTS. Once you get in, you
Ooh,
cannot get out.
yeah.
He is so captivating on that stage. I literally said this on our live. I felt like when he was walking through the dancers during the sheet performance, he was talking to
Hmm.
me. I don't care who he was talking to. In the crowds of tens of thousands. I don't
Yeah,
care if it was 35 other stays.
he was
He could
talking to
have been
you.
talking to his mama. He could have been talking to his God. He was talking to me. Magnetic. It's and surprisingly, when he got off of the stage, and this is another reason why I say he reminds me of Minnie, is because on stage, polarizing. Off
Hmm.
stage, very reserved. And when he told his story and all of these things, I was like, oh, sweet summer child, do you need candy? Like, can I bring you a muffin? Can I give you a hug? Can I pray for you? Like, I
Yeah.
love that about him. So he's not just one color. He can be like the deepest and most sinful, siren color, all the way to very soft, like baby girl, pink, lavender, light blues. That's why he got Opal for me. I love this man. He is my wrecker. He
I
is
love
my,
that.
because I'm not strong enough to let him be my bias.
Oh
Not
my
strong enough.
gosh. Yeah, the Hyunjin girlies are a strong breed.
Girl, tell me
Strong
about
breed.
it.
Strong
They're
breed.
wild. I don't see how they're surviving. How are y'all still alive?
They're barely hanging on. I even asked them the other day. They said they're not doing well, but they're fine.
Well, wellness check, please, because what
Okay,
about you?
for Jenny, rock with Jenny, I gave him white. So it was funny that you gave him opal because I gave him white. And he's the first I think I've given white since we've been doing this. I don't
Mhm.
really venture into that color. Um, but I gave him white because he is a canvas to be painted for sure. And funny enough that he is an artist that I would say that. But when I think of Hyunjin, Hyunjin came in debuting and he got into dance then. You know what I mean? And he got into musical things then. And also like it would have been so easy to just write Hyunjin off as the face or the visual of the group because he's so pretty. But he has shown through his journey in Stray Kids that there's so much more to him than just the pretty face, that there's so much more to him than just, the rapper, the dancer. He is growing into such a phenomenal artist. He's writing music, he's giving his input and style and tone and texture in the inner workings of Stray Kids' discography and the work he does in fashion, him continuing to draw, continuing to do art and different things of that nature, and continuing to express himself in so many different ways. He is a canvas that is being painted with his own walk of life. And it's colorful, it's beautiful, it has depth, it's rich, it's wonderful. But at the end of the day, he's a blank canvas to be painted by his own story. So I gave him light
It's
for that.
so beautiful.
Mm.
I love him so
Yes.
much.
I get very sentimental with these boys. I love them so much.
Okay,
All right, next. Haji Sung! Haji Sung! What color did you give Haji Sung?
my ex bias, electric tangerine.
Ex-bias is crazy. That is
I
the
had to break up with
craziest.
him. I had to
Don't you
break up
ever,
with
don't you
him.
ever put X in front of Han's name. Don't you ever.
I still
Just
love you so much.
former.
I
Former
still
is
love you so
fine.
much. Um, electric tangerine, brilliant. This man is
Wait, hold on. Can you repeat
electric tangerine, not
My God.
neon.
See, we need to market your color because I ain't never seen an electric tangerine in my
You
life.
haven't?
An
So,
electric cutie?
like, a little bit brighter than this. Like, so electric is the only color that comes to mind. But
Sure. Go forth, because now I want to know. Oh, like a gecko.
yes, yes.
Her. Okay, never mind.
hmm
I lied. Continue. Go forth with
Um,
maximum power.
yo, he's so bright.
Mm.
That's why he got the tangerine electric because this man is slightly unhinged in the best way. He is so high energy. And I'm like, yo, how are you so chaotic? But then you write something like collision. Like, how are you
Oh,
so chaotic, but you are sensitive AF? Like laying on the
that
bed,
is
kicking
it.
your feet. Like I
That's because people don't know that chaos and drama and sensitivity go together real
go
bad.
hand
I
in
can
hand.
say that. I can personally
He
say that.
he
He can't
is
help it,
like
bless his heart.
the poster child for theater child.
Hmm.
Dark tortured, but okay, sir, who are you today? Or who are you in this
Hmm.
minute? That's why I gave him Electric Tangerine. I love him so much. And also, he's also like in his music, it kind of gives me an emotional roller coaster. I don't
Hmm.
know what I'm gonna be when I listen to his stuff. Like, are you gonna have me crying or are you gonna have me hype? Like, what are we getting today, sir? I love that about a good artist too.
Yeah. Han Pop is the best pop. He got a color I also haven't done.
It's because
I
he your
gave
man.
Han. He is. I love me some Hanji Song real bad, real, real bad. I have his picture next to Jackson's in my room. Yeah, I have his picture next to Jackson's. Yeah, we go together real, real bad. Hanji Sung got the color brown for me.
Brown,
He got brown,
like regular brown, brownie brown, tan brown, khaki. I need
chocolate
to
brown,
understand.
chocolate brown. You can say
Chocolate.
chocolate
Okay.
brown. Yeah, chocolate
Okay.
brown. Like brownie, not dark chocolate, not milk chocolate, but like a brownie.
Okay.
Um, and I gave him brown because Han's duality is one of the things that drew me to him in the first place. Very much like you said, how can you be so sensitive and yet so energetically chaotic? And for me, and this is just my personal opinion because that is a lot like my personality, I'm a very all or nothing type person. And I
Mhm.
like to think that I'm not. I like to think that I am a neutral party. I'm neutral when it comes to respecting other people's feelings and I'm real I won't say I'm neutral, I'm realistic. That's where I
Mhm.
get that from. I'm realistic. I am able to take my emotion out of things more times than not and look at something from a realistic perspective of it. But that also plays into my very all or nothing personality. I'm either all in or I'm all out. I'm either
Right.
highly invested or I'm not. I'm either completely encapsulated by something or it is what it is. Kind of
Mhm.
personality. Um, and so because he has that duality of because it's a huge duality. Being an all or nothing type person means you can fall on either side of the spectrum at any point. Whatever you're and it's a more emotion. Well, no, sometimes it can be emotion, sometimes it can be thinking, depending on where you're falling. So
Mhm.
anyway, said all that to say I gave him brown or brownie brown, if that makes you
Mhm.
feel better, because brown can be cozy and serene, or it can be
Mhm.
dull and boring. It can also be lonely and melancholy, or it can be rooted and fertile. And all of those are traits that make Han as wonderful as he is. He can be a recluse. He can go into his own shell. He can be by himself and, I don't want to be bothered with the world and I want to shut out. One of the things that I loved recently was when he was doing the um, article for GQ Korea,
Mhm.
and I think he was also doing like some branding stuff with Hoka during that. The theme they chose for his photo shoot was very mountain man in the woods with his guitar, his notebook, his microphone. It was
Aw.
rustic, it was serene, but it was very lonely because it didn't feel like he was somewhere where he would invite a friend. He was somewhere recluse where he could be alone with himself and his thoughts, but it felt very freeing as well because the way they styled him was this is a direct quote from the article, my pace, my lane, and all these things. I'm settled in who I am and I'm able to be at my most creative self when I'm able to be just
By
me.
myself.
But what I
Oh.
bring to the table is going to be such a positive effect on so many people that even though I'm doing this alone, my art is going to speak for me and how I feel about people. And that's what I get from Han. I get home, I get earth, I get resilience, but I also get lonely, melancholy, sometimes a little dull, sometimes a little boring, just depending on how he's feeling. But the best art comes from both of those places. He's very dual in himself. I often call him my little Edgar Allan Poe because the same Edgar Allan Poe that wrote "I'm gonna stick you in the wall and I'm gonna walk off and the heartbeat gonna get on my nerves, but whatever." It's the same person who wrote My Evangeline. That same type of duality. It's dark, it's tortured, but it's beautiful, it's encouraging, and it sticks with you. So that's what I gave Hanji's son.
So beautiful. Because if somebody would have told me brown, for like you have to love somebody to be able to give them brown and then say all of that and make all those connections.
I do. I
Love
really
is there.
do.
Love is in the room with
I
us. That was so beautiful, Trim. Oh my
I
God.
do. I love him so much. I truly do. He is what kept me in Stray Kids, and Collision kept me in K-pop for sure. It's a heart project for me. I love Collision with every fiber of my being. I wish it had gotten more promotion than what it
Mm.
did. Next we have Felix. Felix She, the other of the Sunshine Twins. What color did you give Sweet Sweet Felix?
Gray with gold and silver reflects. Listen to me when I say
That sounds expensive, which sounds just like Felix.
the gray graphite color because he is very strong and grounding. Sometimes
Mm,
I feel like even when he doesn't want to be, I especially seen
Hmm.
that in the movie. Like, I was just like, bro, am I here to dance and party or am I here because I need to go to therapy? Like, their solo, like, little moments with the camera, I
I
was just
love
like,
those. I love
bro,
those.
I did not bring tissue for this. They were so honest. And then I gave him like the reflex of gold and silver because when he smiles, I feel like the world stops and softens.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I joke a lot and I call Felix a fae, like a fairy, like unworldly. Like, this man is so beautiful.
Hmm.
But he's gentle, he's warm, he's compassionate. Like, it's so crazy. But when you hear his voice and you see his stage persona, you just see strong and controlled. And then so much stuff is going on in the inside. It's just such a beautiful human.
He's a beautiful human. I've often said that if I could meet one um, member of Stray Kids, I'd want to meet Felix. I feel like I'd be the most comfortable with Felix because he has such a beautiful personality and it feels very familiar. Like he doesn't
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm talking to a celebrity or a stranger. He's like somebody I grew up with, somebody that literally used to go to the same corner store I did growing up, or somebody that we either didn't know each other, but we went to the same school and we can connect on certain things. You know, he's always given off that connecting personality, somebody that you can easily connect with over the even the littlest of things.
Right.
So for Felix, I gave him purple.
Mm.
I did. I gave him purple. I said it before. When I talk about purple, I come from a very mysterious, imaginative place with that. And as open as Felix is, there's a lot of depth to Felix that a lot of people don't know. And I got that when I was also watching the Stray Kids movie because when I was listening to him talk, some of the things he said, I was like, I would never have imagined that Felix felt that way. Or
Yeah.
I would have never imagined Felix to say that. Not that anything he said was bad, but it gave another layer to him that goes beyond the bright, beautiful smile, that goes beyond the ability to connect with others, that goes beyond um, the ray of sunshine persona that he gives off.
It's
There's a mystery to
self-control.
Felix.
Like,
It's a control, yes, but there's a
it's
mystery to
self-control.
Felix. There's depth to him that I don't think he allows us to see very often, but
Mm-hmm.
when you do, it gives a really pretty, royal, mysterious shade to him. Because, like, what else are you hiding underneath all that?
Yeah.
Underneath that smile, underneath that
Under that
ability to
small.
connect,
Mm-hmm.
underneath all the bright good energy you put out underneath all the chaos. Because he can be a little chaotic too. But
Mm-hmm.
what's underneath all that? What's
Yeah.
going on underneath the surface? Um, and also I talk about this a lot with with purple, but the ability to inspire others to tap into their best selves, that is 100% Felix. I feel like all of the members benefit from having him because they call him their sunshine.
Oh.
We need the sunshine for warmth, for energy, to be the thing that gets us out of bed, to remind us that the morning has come. That is Felix. That is the impression I get from him and his relationship with his members. The ability to inspire others to be their best selves. That 100% is Felix. So he's purple for me. Oh, thanks. Okay, we're almost
Okay.
done. I
Yeah.
love Felix. I love him so much. Sungmin, my Disney Prince Sungmin, Sungmin Shi. What color did you give Sungmin?
Listen to me when I say there is something about him that is very
Hmm.
mysterious and confusing. I was like, bro, who are you? Clark Kent. Like, like I do not
Clark Kent is a
understand.
good one.
I do not know who you
Hmm.
are. At first, I was gonna just say Invisible Man because I don't know the color for this man, and I just had to like stop, come back,
Hmm.
watch more clips of him, and then I finally found something. It may not be right. It may because maybe because I can't pinpoint him.
Don't know where to pinpoint him. Yeah, it's okay. Go for it.
Um, and I thought of Forest Green because
I
I
love
had to.
that so much.
He seems to me
Mhm.
on stage, he is very focused. He is
Mhm.
not as flashy as the other members sometimes. He's very observant personally when I see them together off
He is very
stage.
observant.
And also he has like this calmness to him. Like if you ever
Yeah.
been in a forest, it just is like one of the places where I'm able to talk to God. Because it's nothing but nature. So
Mhm.
that's why I gave that to him because he feels like
I
very
love
grounding
that.
and calming. But other than that, I was like, bro, it took me weeks to get a color for him. I could not place him.
Hey, let me just tell you, you are very spot on when it comes to Sungmin. That is Sungmin. He is very grounded, very rooted, a place of calm, very assured of himself. I 100% will agree that he is a grade. 100%. But that's not the color I gave him. But I
Oh
agree with
Jesus,
you.
what color?
I agree. I gave him blue.
Hmm.
I gave him blue. Blue for me is trust, loyalty, something that gives peace to the peace to feel confident. That is Sungmin. But when I was thinking more about not only his loyalty, not only the ability to be trustworthy, because he is like, I have very much found out Sungmin plays a bigger role in Stray Kids than I think a lot of people originally gave him credit for. Because when I was watching the newest season of the Two Kids Room episodes as they were coming out, the
Mhm.
amount of members that say, I go to Sungmin for this. I confide in Sungmin about this. When I was struggling with this, I went to Sungmin. Sungmin helped me with this. Sungmin got me in touch with this. Sungmin did this. When Hyunjin was struggling, and
Mhm.
nobody knew Hyunjin was struggling to the point where he was thinking, I'm done with Stray Kids. I'm going to be holding y'all back. I need to leave. It was Sungmin that was his rock,
Mm.
that was his peace, his calm that kept him together and was like, no, let's go about it this way. Let's do this instead. Let's do these things to keep him feeling confident. That is so Sungmin. But then speaking
Aw.
to Sungmin's additional character, when I think of blue, I always think of water. If you've been watching long enough, the couple Prism views that we've done, I always go to water when I'm thinking of blue things.
Mhm.
Water is very settled. It is very assured. Water knows it is water. Water is calm. Water is reflective. But water is also very bold. Water can shake some stuff up. Water will wreck you. The one stone in water creates ripples of all kinds and they reach all sorts of places. That is Sungmin. He looks like just innocent little Sungmin, little chaotic little Sungmin, and then he goes out and he slays Burberry. He is who everyone is showing up for. Not only that, he has matured so much. His
Mm.
voice has matured. He puts in the work for his voice. He's constantly taking lessons, constantly practicing, constantly wanting to be better. There is when you prick it, it creates impact. And I feel like when you prick Sungmin, he creates such an impact that is very controlled in a lot of ways. But it's a lot like water. Water has a mission. Once you started something with water, it has to see it through fruition. A tsunami, a wave,
Mhm.
anything. It's once you have set something in motion with water, it has a mission. It's not stopping for anything. You've got to let it see it to the end, and then the calm will come after. And I feel that is very much Sungmin. Sungmin is something that
Aw.
has to see it through to the end, whatever is happening, and then once it's done, he'll mellow back out. So that's I he got blue for me.
That's
That's what
so
I get from Summer.
beautiful. Oh
Thanks.
my God. This is why I said
Thanks.
at the beginning, high school, college professor. Because like you know these men like you know yourself. Like now I'm like maybe I'm just too surface level with them. Maybe I
No,
don't know.
no. It
Oh
it
my God.
definitely comes from being a stay, which you are on your way. I'm very proud of
Stop
you.
saying that.
You just said you want to be college professor level. That is how you get there by being a stay. It's being a stay. You're fine. It's okay to say that. But I'll let you have your allyship for a while.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Hmm.
Last but not least, Ian, Armachne, our sweet
Oh,
Machne. What color did you give Iana?
I gave him soft amber. And the reason why I gave him Amber is
Ooh.
because as Amber changes, as it ages, it deepens. And I feel like he is not at his finishing form yet. He
Not
is
at all.
so bright and
Not at all.
self aware. And every time, now that I'm paying attention to him, I said, y'all don't let this man drink the grown up Kool Aid. And the confidence on him is like, hey, you still a child. Like, what are you doing? He is so confident. And it's not like he's trying to be confident. It's just like it's in me. And now
Mhm,
y'all have tapped into it. And he's not even screaming for attention. It's just like a
mhm.
aura that has been turned on. Turn his
Yeah,
swag
it's
on.
on.
Y'all ain't turning it off. Put on your glasses, put on your blinders because
Yeah.
he is so bright. Like, I just can't wait to see where he goes in his artistry, how much more he shows of his personality because I'm kind of afraid. And I'm kind of afraid. I don't know what he's going to show next, but that's why I
It's
gave
so
him
funny
soft
you say
amber.
that because I have already dubbed him to be a golden Macne in my mind.
Mm.
When you say that he has not reached his fullest potential, I literally cannot wait to write an article on him to talk about how he has not reached his fullest potential. Because every time I see IN, I see just untapped potential. He's literally a well waiting to be burst open. He is. He's got so much untapped potential to him. There's so many special things that he can do if he chooses to. I'm very much rooting for IN and IN's journey in the industry for sure. But for IN, I gave the color orange.
Ooh.
I gave the color orange. For me, orange is optimism and uplifting and the ability to be able to add secure positivity to life. That is IN. He is
So
observant.
beautiful.
He's paying attention to everybody. But he adds such positivity. Like there is very much a stigma around Macnays to be this cute, cuddly little thing that everybody takes care of. But in all actuality, the absolute love that these members have for IN is a testament not to a stigma, but to his personality as a whole. He adds positivity to their lives and he adds such optimism to their lives. He is such a beautiful addition to the group Stray Kids. Um, also, Orange, like I say this very often, Orange reminds me of like the orange cat. They don't have to be around you, but if they choose to be around you, you need to feel loved because other than that, they could just be off in a corner by themselves doing their own thing. He's happy to be there, but if he decides to go off and do his own thing, deuces. I don't have to. He
Bye.
is such untapped potential. I could talk about that for years. I'm so glad you said that because I feel like sometimes I'm the only one looking at IN like that. Like y'all want to keep him as some piece of baby bread. No, that is stifling his creativity, stifling his potential. Do not do that to him. Let that man flourish.
I like that because amber and orange are in the same color
They are in the
theme.
same color. That's why when you said that, I was like, ooh. We're very in sync when it comes to Stray Kids. I like that. I like that a
Hmm.
lot.